make a start. Oh. So just have the feet shoulder width apart, nice and tall through the head. Just gently breathe in, gently breathe out. And oh, it's so nice to be back at work. Marvellous. Great. So sorry I haven't got music this week. I've left my computer somewhere. It might be at Reach Village Hall. I'll find it out afterwards. So I'm using my phone today. We are breathing. Very good. So yeah, I was away a couple of weeks. I was helping out Steve with his op, and it was very successful. So I've left him in London being looked after by emotional support musicians. We set up a whole. There's about 7 or 8 people that are taking turns to come and visit him for the day. So it's working out right. He's at his flat, yeah. Yeah. They threw him out just after a week. So yeah. So it was all fine. It was all good. Unfortunately, I can't stay that far beyond because I've got to get back to Burwell. I'm teaching in Burwell today at 12 o'clock. So I've got to have left by about 15:15 because there's traffic lights. That's why I was almost late today. So how was it with Leslie last couple of weeks? Was it good? Very good. Excellent. So I didn't realise the roadworks were still on between Exton and Eden. So I'll leave a bit earlier next week, but it's no point with Cambridge. I thought I'd give up. I don't want to stay in Cambridge on Wednesday nights because otherwise I wouldn't get here. So just relax the knees, softening the knees. And last week I went to a seminar, an online seminar for 3 hours, and I was learning Yang style Qigong, but it was so relaxing, I've forgotten all of it. So I can't teach you any of it this week, but I will have a look at the weekend and remind myself what I did. It was lovely, it was really relaxing. It's a very relaxing form. And once I've worked out how to do it, I'll be able to start teaching it. But at the moment, no, you can't see what I did last Thursday because I can't remember any of it. So, well, there's a couple of bits, and then I just can't. Yeah, very excellent, actually, really excellent. So we're just going to make sure we're. Yeah. I got asked if I wanted my old job back. I used to work for the NHS in the bank for the bank staff. It was fun. And then you got my message, didn't you? I sent you a little thing on the excellent. There we go. No, he's fine. All good. I have to admit, normally when I take 2 weeks off, it's for a nice holiday somewhere nice. But I spent 1 week of it at Hammersmith Hospital and the other week doing loads of cleaning. So, sorry? Yeah, he was actually. apart from one day when they asked me to stay overnight. Yeah. I'll tell you later. Oh, yeah, let's just, oh, this is so much nicer. So, even though he's repairing, he's already in better nick than before he had the op. So it's all good. So let's just release this lower back. And we're just breathing in and out. And tuck chin in and wrap, lengthen through the crown of the head and all the way down the body. So you've got this nice, and then we just very gently it was cold. So yeah, the Kingfishers Bridge thing that was supposed to be next week, our sound healer lady, I mean, for various reasons, we didn't have enough time to do any proper advertising. And she also pointed out that the weather's probably, because she looked up the weather and reckons the weather's going to be awful. And it's probably better to wait until it's warmer. And I went, that's a very good idea, Nikki. So we will be doing something, but we're just trying to schedule it so it's actually warm. Because it gets a bit carried. I mean, I practice outside every day, but I've got used to it. You know, I'll go out, and then if it starts pouring, I'm teaching on my back doorstep tomorrow morning, in whatever the weather. And if it's raining, I'll just get, no, it's just what it is. But I'm being paid to be there, whereas people that are paying, they probably want sunshine. Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll wait, probably it'll be sometime in May, June, and then we'll do another one maybe July and another one August or something like that. And it's called Moving Sound. So it'll be a gentle warm up and then a sound healing with Nikki, and then some very gentle Tai Chi, and in between tea and cake. Very good. And it'll be marvellous. It will be at Kingfishers Bridge Nature Reserve, which is sort of near Wickham. It's Wickham, isn't it? And then we go like this. So we had to postpone it because I've not had time to advertise it, and it's going to be freezing. Why don't we wait till it's nicer? And I was like, yeah, let's do that. I just love the water buffalo at Kingfishers Bridge. They're wonderful. And then you've got all the little birds singing. And, oh, it's marvellous. Really, really marvellous. So I like this stretch up. But yeah. So yeah, it was a bit of a rubbish holiday really, because I ended up working harder than normal, which is pretty hard. So, oh well, everything's fine. But I got to do lots of Tai Chi, mostly from the Hammersmith Hospital stairwell. I went to a lot of my Tai Chi teachers' classes from that, and then I'm passing people in scrubs, sort of looking at me, and it's like I'm doing the Tai Chi. So let's just go back to that one. And because I was using it, it was 4 flights of stairs, so I was using it for my cardio. So I was just running up and down the stairs. And then at one point, the lift broke. And so I was just doing some boring things on my computer, sat on the stairwell. And then I had a good time laughing at people that had obviously not been to the gym enough. You know, they get halfway through and they were like, I'm like, so you should have gone to the gym, mate. So it's all very, very good. But yeah, I spent 16 years as a healthcare assistant. So Good job, actually. It's good fun. I'm just shaking out. Make sure all our joints are happy. So one thing that Simon said, the clinical exercise, I will just do this. I'll just come a bit closer to the. Yeah, sorry, I'm on a teeny tiny phone today. I think I've left my computer in Reach Village Hall. I went out for a walk with my friend that I do the cake exercise with. Actually, we'll do this. Just warm up the wrist and we'll get back to the fingers. So like that. That's it. Very nice. Nice and tall through the one, and then around the other way. And we went for a walk round beach, and then shake out again, and then we go like this. Breathe in, breathing in and out. So I think I might have left my computer in the hall for safekeeping. Okay, and then that one. So like that, like that, like that. That's it. Very good. So I usually go for a nice long walk, me and Karen. And then, or she'll jog and I'll walk. And then we'll stop and look at something and chat. And then we'll go back to doing our exercising. And then it's a very good way of exercising. And then she'll notice something else, or I'll notice something. Oh, look at that really interesting tree, isn't it? Yes. And then we'll just do that maybe for an hour or two. And then at one point, one of us will go, shall we go to the cafe? And then we go to the cafe and we have a nice hot chocolate or something and a nice big, nice slice of cake. And that's our exercise. So it's very good. Yeah. But actually, when I woke up the next morning, I do have achy legs. So even though it's a very, it's more about chatting, we still do get a bit of a workout, and it's all good. So, and we go like this. Oh, that's good. So we're just making sure. And the other way. That's it. Direction. And the other side. And direction. Seems really weird they've had to put heaters on and it's nearly the end of April. Oh well. Fantastic. Okay. Nice and tall. Just take a couple of slow, deep breaths. So we just carry on with a nice joint mobilization. Warm up. Deep breathing some more, marvelous. That's it. So you're feeling it right to the fingertips. And once more with feeling, very good. Okay, so just have a bit of a wiggle around. So I've been my friend in Lincoln with the cats, with the kittens. She's keeping all 5 kittens now. She's not giving any away. I was very relieved. So, but anyway, they're very good at wiggling around. So, what one thing Master Chen was doing, I'm seeing Master Chen in a couple of months. I've just got to try and find some money from somewhere. But he'd be standing or doing a movement, and then there'd be like this little ripple that would go through his body. And I couldn't work out what it was. But then while I was sort of in the helping out at the hospital, I was watching my friend's kittens. I don't actually know her name. I just know her name. I know the name of all the cats and kittens, but and they wiggle around. And I worked out that's what Master Chen was doing. So you do little movements in your body, and what that does is that reduces the interference through the body. So it allows for the energy and your circulation to flow freely. So that's what when we're doing these arts, that's what we're doing. We're getting our energy to flow unimpeded. So that's why we do all this posture stuff. So let's do the other arm. So if we can help the energy flow. So by mobilizing the joints, that helps with your reducing the interference in the body. So that's why all of you who come to class are going to end up being more graceful. See? But I mean, everybody starts at different stages. Yeah, I've been to teacher training. I have. Great. Okay, that's that. That's better. Okay, let's do the. Oh yes, goodness me. So we're all just breathing. I think everyone's gone on holiday, haven't they? Because it was Easter, wasn't it, last week? So there would have been children everywhere. And then most people, they wait until the holidays finish, then they go somewhere nice. Like, yeah, one of my friends, music friends, he went to Spain, but it was raining pretty much most of the time, and it was actually colder than in the UK. So I was like, oh. It's very funny. There we go. So just notice what you're feeling in your lower back. That's it. This is a nice one for helping mobilize the lower spine. Okay, now go in the other direction. In the other direction. That's it. So you can do it like that, or you can just have your arms loose actually. If you want to really, oh, it's quite nice just letting the arms just hang. Just letting the arms. So I mean, so a week on Thursday after I finish here in Berwick, I'm going to Sheffield to do a couple of days of Tai Chi seminars. So if I find out anything that I can remember, I'll pass it on, obviously. Right, let's just do this. So we just stretch up, rotate, and then just very gently, just feeling that whole side of the body expand. Oh, that's lovely. And then come back. It's just like you're getting yourself a bit bigger. There we go. That's good. So I teach here, And then I've got 2 classes I teach at Burwell, because the council got funding. They've given the Burwell Sports Centre some funding. So I'm doing a seated class and then a fitness class. There we go. One more time each side, that's lovely. Nice. Okay, we'll do this one. So that like this, and you sit and you look up like that, and then you make a, that's the big version. That's the big version. You can also just do it like that, and that will just whichever version you want to do, the big version or the little version. It's a nice mobilizer the spine. Good. I notice turtle comes in and out of its shell. That's it. Very nice. Very nice. Oh. And we'll top marvelous. There we go. Yeah, it's starting to work, isn't it? So we've done that one. We've done that one. Yeah, we'll do a little bit. I'd like to do some. I'd like to do a bit more. I think last time I was here, we were doing balance, weren't we? We're looking at balancing. Somebody asked for balance. I'm very happy to continue with that this week because I felt that we were getting somewhere. Then obviously I had 2 weeks off, so we'll do a little bit more maybe for this week and next week. We'll do a little bit more of balance, and then we can get back to learning the set that I did on Thursday because I should have learned it by then. So I like this, and then it starts from here. Turn, and then you gradually work your way up the whole spine to do the turn, and then you do the head, and then you come back, and then you turn. Come back. So I keep my knees and toes pointing forward. So gentle spine stretch. And the knees stay pointing forward. So it's like we're on a chair. We're sitting on a chair. And one more time. Lovely. It's a very nice, and then it's a very nice one. Let's do a little bit of, yeah, we'll do a little bit of monkey king just to get these. I've been given some character building leg exercises by Eli, but we won't do them this week. They're a bit, we'll work towards those. Now, if and then and down. You don't have to go down into a squat if you don't. This is from Martha D. Don. It's one of his. And one more time each side. Oh, that's enough of that. Oof. Murder some legs, isn't it? Horrible. Okay, and with the toes, and then draw the toes in, stretch the toes out. Draw the toes in, stretch the toes out. Ugh. We come forward, down, forward. And like this. Transfer the weight, circle outwards. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Circle inwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shape, 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 shape. Other side. 1, 2, that's baby master chair. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And he always has a fierce expression on his face when he does that. And then he goes, pop, 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 and he does it and he sometimes grunts. He goes, like that. I don't know why. And he looks very fierce. And he's got no neck. It's amazing this place. It's quite stocky. Whereas his brother, his two brothers are very slender when they move. And his dad's sort of in between that. He's a nice guy, very nice. Anyway, let's just start with this one. So we were looking at this last night. And he just went to here and down. It was quite subtle. Quite subtle. That's it. So, what's the other thing? Yeah, imagine moving through water. So I opted for a nice one of those. Many years ago, I was at the Tai Chi retreat, and we were in this stately home, and it was full of these ginormous baths. And so I had a different bath every day in a different bathroom. It was like I couldn't believe it, and they were enormous, and you just sort of almost. I've never been in, so it's a bit like that. I'm in like a giant, an even bigger version of those baths. So I've got this lovely warm water. That nice. And fantastic. We'll just do. So the ones that we know we do for years and years, we just do those 3, and we'll also do Dragon Pups and Stars from the Sky. But we're going to have a look at them from a balancing perspective. So the plan for the next couple of weeks is we're not looking at anything in particular. We're working on a balance and getting really good balance. And then just go through these symptoms up like that. You feel the chest open. Now relax your shoulders. So you want to keep the shoulders. So it's really that soft, smooth, and slow thing going on. Soft, smooth, and slow. Oh, it's nice. Dragon plucks the stars from the sky. So you just breathe in, feel. So it's imagine your elbows full of light air, and then it drops, and then you come up, and you're feeling this whole stretch. Feeling this whole stretch, and then you pull down. So it's quite intentional. It's quite intentional. So this one's relaxed, and then this one. Imagine you're between the shoulder and the elbow and the wrist, and the wrist and the fingers stretching slightly. So it should make the arm feel bigger. Down. So the other arm's very relaxed, very passive, very passive. And now you let go of that arm, getting very relaxed, and then you move the other one. That's it. Very nice. And then we'll just do this. To close off. So we've got, I think that's 5 movements. Is that right? Something like that. So like this. So this is cleansing. This is like a detox exercise. So you're gathering in what you need. And what you don't need, drains out through the ground, through the feet, through the ground. Breathe in. Breathe. Nice. Okay, have a little shake out. So now what we're going to do is we're going to have a go at those exercises, but with a weight shift. So you can do this. And then you can do it. Up. So we were looking at this last night in class and I thought, brilliant. You know, I've been doing these exercises probably for about, I don't know. Oh, 25 years or something. That's scary, isn't it? I've been teaching 22 years. And then you can kind of go like this. Back to the middle. And then you can go. I mean, I have seen geese when they're flying. Sometimes they do veer sideways when they're about to land or something. They do all sorts of interesting things. So just so we can practice. I think that's, and then we've got this one, see, come up. And then back to the middle. Up. Back to the middle. We won't do too many of these because it really merges your legs. So I noticed that this morning when I woke up, because we've been doing balancy things with Mike. So you want to keep your, oh, that's it. When you do go like this, don't go so far. Keep that. Well, that's my tissue. So that's on my hip. The knee and the hip and the shoulder are in line. That was one thing Master Chen was very particular on. Let's do one more. Making sure this was all nicely lined up because he kept pointing here and pointing there and looking very insistent. So if you want to get this in line, he gets you to do this exercise. Just try it out. And it's like a very slow belly dancing person. And then you're noticing this and you're noticing that. And try the other. We did it for a lot longer with him, but I was there all day. So it makes me, I'm so glad he decided to stop retiring. Seriously, because he'd retired about maybe 10 years ago and said, right, that's it. I don't want to do any more teaching Tai Chi. He went to China. He was just retiring and just teaching there. And then I think he got a bit bored and then he started going back around internationally. And he's now doing it again. So I'm hoping, because we were all very sad when he retired. So it's good. But then notice this, and it's this. That's good. So no interference. No interference. So the chi flows. Nice. Okay, let's try. Yeah, so what we'll do, we'll up the ante a bit. So you can do that. So you can do it with a. There we go. So all the movements you could actually do on one leg if you wanted. But that one's on one leg. Nice. Good stuff. So like for example, this one, you could do that just on one leg. And that will, so get your, yeah. And then step. And if you're feeling really brave, oh, oh my goodness. Yeah, just try it out for fun. My fun. Don't do too many because it really murders your legs. It's like a kind of cruel and unusual punishment. There we are. That's like, oh my goodness me. Horrible. Oh. Okay, very nice. Let's oh. Pigeon spread springs. So get your feet in the right spots first. And then we're just very slowly. So by moving slowly, we better reward ourselves with a bit of light table springs. So pay attention to the contact through the ground and your feet. So notice the feet. So that gives your brain all the information it needs to make a proper balance map. So again, imagine a movement through water. And it changes the quality of the movement. Okay, one more this side. Woo. Have a look. Oh, dear. Wow. Yeah, because I've already I got my legs mullered last night by Mike's class, and he was going sink lower, and we were like, so I like my students. I also noticed that there were hardly anybody in his class. A lot of my students leave. And the intermediate, in his normal classes, he's all very nice to people. But in his improvers class, and his intermediate class, he's kind of, come on, you can sink lower than that. And then, funnily enough, there was only 4 of us. I mean, I'm like, no, just saying. Doesn't watch my classes, so it's fine. Just saying. There we are. That's very nice pigeons from everybody. Very good. That's fabulous. Yeah, nice. So we're very solid. Nice solid legs. So we might as well see. Should we do that one? Oh, I think I'll leave this one till next week because I need to practice. Yeah, he was getting us to do this one and to walk around going like this. But oh, let's do it. So it's a figure 8. It's a figure 8. I'll come a bit closer for the zoomies. So we're like this, and we're just keeping it. We're keeping the arms contained. He was into quite. I'll show you from the. It's a figure 8. So this is fresh last night, and this morning. So my friends that I was staying at, I normally do exercise in the garden before I come here, but they're looking after their grandchildren's dog. So I kept getting, the dog wanted me to chase her while she had something in her mouth, and I have to try and get the thing out of her mouth. She's got me well trained. And so I was doing this and then having to chase Lola around the garden. So I didn't get much Tai Chi done this. So, like that. And then what you do is you raise, down, raise. And if you want, if I go a bit further back, you can go for a little walk on how to walk round, how to walk to the post office like this. There we go. So it's really good for the brain, isn't it? So it really messes up the brain. And you can go backwards as well, which makes it go backwards, which was just kind of mean, really. So backwards, and then you can randomize it, kind of randomize it. You know, sort of randomly around. You want some music on, don't you? So next time you see someone from class, you can start doing this with each other. People will look at you strangely. Very good. So, yeah, we've got enough time for white tapeworms fruit. We'll do a bit of white tapeworms fruit. I'll just turn the zoomies round. Right, here we go, zoomies. Marvellous. And then I'll hopefully find where sorry. Yeah, I'm still recovering from my holiday. Yeah. So minimum 8 hours shifts at the hospital. Absolutely. So now we've got feet that are very in touch with the ground. And we've warmed up all our joints so that there are no interferences in the body. We're all very smooth, you know, smooth operating. It's very nice. Very good at that. Oh, that's great. If we had some and in that form of Chinese, live Chinese hand playing, the traditional Chinese music, and then all we need is the film crew with a very enthusiastic commentator shouting very fast. We could be wonderful. Wonderful. Great. So yeah, we'll look at why I take the script 15 minutes in. Marvellous. Okay, come back in your spots. I'll turn that round. We'll do white Apophis fruit for the final 15 minutes. But for those of you that are having a break, which I highly recommend, it's always tea is a very important thing. Rule 5. Know when it is tea time. That is no. So rule number 1, calm the mind. Calming. Rule number 2, sink your hips. Rule number 3, breathe. Rule number 4, practice. And rule number 5, know when it is tea time. And then you've got Tai Chi Chuan Sust. It's fantastic. So we're like this. And we're just going to embrace the tiger, turn to the mountain. And again, when we did this last night with Mike, he did it quite understated. It was more about what was happening in the legs. So you raise the hips and breathe in, raise the hips. Hands follow, breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out, sink the hips, hands follow. Yeah. Brace the tiger, turn to the mountain. In the olden days, Leslie used to be first, and I'd be late. And then we'd chill out after getting exhausted by Leslie, but then we swapped it around. But never mind. So those of you that go to her class will be in a nice, serene state while you're getting encouraged to move around. Okay, let's look super young. Let's look super young, and then for those of you that are going being let off early with your behaviour, and then we'll. That's great. Underneath 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Marvellous. Oh, I love that bit. It's brilliant, isn't it? Oh, it feels so nice. It's good to be kind to your body. So, even when you're doing the squats and things, you're being kind. It's all about kindness. The more you exercise, so I'll be going to a lot of Mr. Motivator classes because I'm preparing for this Tai Chi fitness thing. And he says movement is medicine. And he really is right. He's completely correct on that. So movement is medicine. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Really nice. This is the elite group. And breathe in and out. Just stand really nice. And then make a fist with your right hand, left hand over the top, feet together, and bow. Brilliant. So well done, those of you that are going to your tea break. Those of you that aren't going to your tea break, we'll have some water and then we'll do some white tape off the fruit for a bit, and then we'll go and have tea. Then I've got to get back to Burwell before, because there's a big traffic light. It's raining here in Burwell. White tape off the fruit. We'll do it standing white tape off the fruit, and then we'll do the walking white tape off the fruit. Well done, everyone. That was great. That was great. We're doing the white tape off the fruit, very relaxed edition. So let's just go back to that one. And we're breathing, and we're just nice and chilled. Yeah, that's it. So sink the hip. He was quite. He kept coming round and putting on, sinking that. He gets the bee in his body. Does Mike? So we're all breathing, very super chilled. Right. Did you get the text? Did you get the, oh, good. Excellent. Excellent. Good job. Yeah, I think I might have said well. It was pretty, I was quite sort of snowed under while there, but it's okay. No, because they just basically threw them out and left them to it. But luckily, I've done Tai Chi for cardiac rehab, so yeah, we're just doing that. Yeah. No, because when I went to Birmingham and done my rehab course, I've just been doing what I've done there. No, it's working really well. But mostly we can't do any of that yet because he's got to recover a bit more. But yes, he's going out for a daily walk, so he's various members of the orchestra are turning up to his house every day and taking him for a walk. So it's all good. Now we got it sorted. We're good at organising things. So because if we'd have waited for the other lot, he'd have still been sat there doing nothing. So yeah. Normally when people are coming out from under anaesthetic and they're on pain relief and all sorts of other medications, it can really scramble their brains. So because of that, I was very good at helping yeah, because I was a familiar face, it just made their job easier. And then because I was showed myself to be competent, they asked me to stay over. Oh, I didn't get any. No, it's fine. It was like being back at the old days working at the hospital. And no, it was fine. I was, yeah. There we go. So I was asking all sorts of intelligent questions and stuff, and they looked at me quizzically, and I said, "I'm autistic," and then they went, "Oh." It's great. And then they went, "Can you stay over?" Yeah, sure. So, oh, it was brilliant fun. And then loads of people thought I worked there. Well, I was. Amazing. So yeah. So if this, if I don't make it as a folk singer, I can always go back to the hospital. They're no different. They're no different from 20 years ago. It's amazing. Hammersmith, yeah. Yeah. I used to work at Leeds when I lived in Leeds. I worked in all the hospitals in Leeds. So I was either working at the hospital or I was at a martial art class. So it wasn't that different, really. So we're just doing this. We're just keeping everything nice and relaxed. So very slow, soft, smooth, and slow. Amazing. This is good. So can you feel, so you feel the weight transfer? Open, feel that open like an elastic band and release the band. Excellent. Marvelous. So that was, it really murders your legs. Let's turn the zoomies round. Right, right. Be careful, zoomies. There we are. We don't. So we don't. Let's just do a bit of right take off the screen. Hopefully, because I'm on the tiny screen, I can't tell what they can see you. So we just do it to sort of warm thing. But let's go a little bit. Let's go a little bit faster. So we explore different speeds, volumes, intentions. So nice on the laptop, moving through water. Moving through water was the theme last night. And I thought, oh yeah, that's the theme happening through water. Nice that. Like April fruit, it just feels really. Let's do it again. I really like it. It's marvelous. So now try it a bit slower. Yeah, it's like a before and after thing. So like this, and you just relax the shoulder. You just do this, do that. Relax the shoulders, lengthen the spine. Feel the feet. Notice what's happening. That's it. Sink back, sink forward, hold the ball, pull the ball back, rotate. And once more, twice more with here. So we'll do one more each side, one more each side. That's it, very good. Very good. What we're going to do is very briefly, I'll just turn the zoomies background up. Here we go, zoomies. There we are, marvellous. And we'll just have a look at health dance. So we started a tiny bit late. So basically you move and make it up as you go along. So you can just whatever comes out. So you might start. You can add a bit of bounce. So none of the dog's very bouncy. She does this springy thing. So I've been copying her. And I'm seeing her later. I'm gonna go for a. She likes it if I run around the garden with her. So you just move. Just move. So any movement that you can remember, you can do as a health dance. So what do we do? We do pigeon. So you can do pigeon as a health dance. And you just move around. Okay. Marvellous. Great. Let's do triple heater and then embrace timer and then let's go and have that tea. Very important. So triple heater. But yeah, Eva says I've got to do health dance and tree qigong and stuff with my students. So I'm starting incorporating that as well. It's got too much stuff to do really. We really need about 2 hours, yeah. 2 hour classes are actually, I mean, I teach a 2 hour class on Fridays. Sometimes it goes on to about 2.5 hours. On Zoom. On Zoom, yeah. It's a leftover from lockdown, but it's fun. It's fun. Oh, nice. Okay, embrace the tiger returns to matter. And I think we should look extra young today. So we're going to do the face thing, the back thing. Because we're worth it. Oh, actually, it's fun. I mean, it was hard work. I had pretty time. That's right. But next time, I think I'd rather go to the New Forest. Like normally, when I go on holiday, I'll go somewhere like that, or you know, see the seals at the coast. You know, things like that. So it was like a workcation, really. And then we're just do this. Not even a staycation. Breathe in, breathe out. And so we're going to look super young today. And brilliant, what an amazing class, fantastic. Well done, well done. I'll see you upstairs. I'll pop upstairs. I've got less to pack away when I've got the phone. Brilliant. Well done, Zoomies. You were marvellous. And I'll see you all next time. All right, take care. Bye. 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 See you later.